5 features of a profitable investment property. You've probably heard the horror stories about people who buy a property for investment purposes, and then that property turns out to be a huge money pit rather than a money-making asset. It can certainly happen, but it doesn't have to if you keep in mind these 5 features of a profitable investment property in Tampa Bay. So then, what are the most important 3 things to look for when you're considering a potential investment property? You already know the answer because you've heard so many times before. And those 3 things are, of course, location, location, location. But that seemingly oversimplified answer contains all the rest within it. With that in mind, we offer these 5 features to help you in your investment decisions. Low crime rate. You most likely won't want to invest in a property in a high crime area. On the face of it, this probably seems to be the most obvious of our 5 features of a profitable investment property in Tampa Bay. But things aren't always what they seem on the surface, so you have to do a little digging. Check with the local police department and visit the public library to get accurate crime statistics of the area in which your potential investment property is located. Be sure to look at the number of both serious and petty crimes, vandalism rates, and the growth and decline in local crime rates. It's also a good idea to talk to neighbors about the frequency of police presence in the neighborhood. Promising neighborhood. The personality and quality of the neighborhood, and there's location again, play a big part too. The kind of neighborhood will determine, in large part, the kind of tenants you will attract. Here's an example. Suppose a property you're considering is located very near a college or university. That means the pool of potential tenants you have to draw from will consist largely of students. And as a result, you'll have to deal with frequent vacancies, especially during the summer months. Reasonable property taxes. Property taxes are, of course, an inevitable expense, but they aren't always as uniform and predictable as you'd think. And you don't want overly high property taxes to cut into your investment returns. So again, you need to do some research. A good place to start is the local tax assessment office where the tax information for your property will be on file. It's usually also online. You can also talk to homeowners in the area and get a feel for the property tax rates. Solid job market. Obviously, if they can't find work, they can't rent it or buy it. If the investment property is in an area with solid or growing employment opportunities, then it's probably a good bet. And if a large company has announced plans to move into the area like Amazon has here, that can be an even sweeter deal for you. Your research in this area should probably start with the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, where you can find a wealth of information on employment prospects in the area. And again, the local library can be a good source of pertinent information, or that thing we call Google. Profitable rental rates. For most people, rentals make up the largest portion of their investment property strategy, so it's imperative to find out what average rental rates are in the area. If you can't command a reasonable rental fee, then you can't turn much of a profit on your investment. You know that the amount of rent you can charge must cover your mortgage payments, property taxes, insurance, and upkeep expenses. The thing to keep in mind though is even if rental rates are adequate for this right now, they may not remain that way in the future. What you have to do then is look at rental rate trends, say over a 5 or even a 10-year period. You need to determine whether the rental rates will remain high over the next 5 years or so to justify investing in a particular property or area. Just keep in mind these 5 features of a profitable investment property in Tampa Bay, and you'll be likely on your way to a solid investment. If you'd like to discover more about acquiring investment properties that are profitable, just give us a call at 1-800-OUT-FAST or fill the form out here on our website. Thank you. We look forward to working with you.